project manager for the Radcomp Trial on behalf of the Patients Program. The Radcomp Trial is a pragmatic clinical trial, and it compares two forms of radiation therapy for breast cancer. They want to look at this newer form of radiation therapy, whether or not it's better compared to the standard of care right now, whether it's better in terms of the long-term sort of side effects from radiation therapy. So in terms of maybe heart problems 10 years after you got radiation therapy. One big part of this trial is the fact that the Patients Program is involving the voice of the patient. So throughout the entire process, from the design to the conduct of the trial to dissemination of the trial, we have patients involved, and it's patients and stakeholders. So stakeholders include maybe breast cancer advocacy groups, and also payers, physician groups, so just a lot of different patients and stakeholders, and they inform how to make sure this trial is meaningful to patients and stakeholders. And we'll meet every quarter, either via teleconference or sometimes it's an in-person live meeting, and they will look over documents, so maybe the IRB protocol or the consent forms that you would be giving to patients who are enrolling into the trial. They'll look over and say, like, yes, this makes sense to me, or hey, we need like a shorter version and we need to repeat this information over again. They'll look over some of the videos that we're creating for the trial too and say, like, oh, you need to make clear that this is a clinical trial, or not enough diversity on the other side. So they'll just make sort of comments on that. The idea is that to have them involved from the very beginning all the way through to the end, that means at the end the results are meaningful to patients and, again, also the stakeholders, so not just the patients, but the payers who have to decide if they will pay for the newer radiation therapy. So you make sure you look at the outcomes that they, meaning the patients or the stakeholders, are interested in. There are a lot of different parts, and just sort of being able to bring on patients and researchers and clinicians and so many different viewpoints, and having them sit on a committee together and sort of be able to talk with each other and hear different perspectives. I think I've learned a lot through that, just being able to make things clear for everyone. I'm looking a lot more about stakeholder engagement, so having quarterly meetings with whoever is going to be using your research at the end, so that they can tell you up front, like, I don't really care about this part, you need to change it, or this part you don't need to spend too much time on, and make sure you add this in. So yeah, that's been one piece that I'm taking away after working on this piece.